Listen to this, because if you've got loose change sitting in your pocket right now, you might literally be holding a coin that collectors have paid thousands for, and most people never even look twice. And today's coin is something you've probably seen 100 times without caring at all, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. But here's the strange part. Some versions of this exact quarter have triggered bidding wars, sudden collector frenzies, and shock prices that turned pocket change into serious money, just because of tiny details almost nobody notices. Now imagine this. You're standing at a gas station, you get your change back, and one of those coins, just one, could be worth $50, $500, maybe even $5,000 depending on what's hiding in its surface. That's not hype. That's the world of modern era coin collecting. And this is where things start to get uncomfortable, because most people have spent these coins without ever checking them. Let's break it down. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, a massive U.S. mint initiative that flooded the country with billions of coins. Connecticut's design features the famous Charter Oak, a powerful symbol of freedom and secrecy in American history. But here's the twist nobody tells you. When billions of coins are produced, mistakes slip through. And those mistakes are where the real money hides. Some collectors have reportedly paid around $100 to $300. Verified numismatic record top-grade examples depending on condition and authentication for lightly misprinted or high-grade uncirculated examples. That might not sound crazy yet, but stay with me. Because now we enter the real shock zone. There are Connecticut quarters with minting errors, things like off-center strikes, double dies, weak strikes, and unusual planche issues. And when those errors show up in good condition, we're talking about sales that have reached around $1,000 to $2,500. Verified numismatic record. Top-grade examples depending on condition and authentication. And people don't expect it. Think about it. A coin designed to be worth 25 cents suddenly turning into something worth more than a month's rent, just because of a tiny manufacturing mistake you can barely see without looking closely. Now let's slow down for a second, because this is where most viewers make a mistake. They think only old coins matter, but modern coins like this 1999 Connecticut Quarter prove something shocking. Age doesn't matter, errors do, and here's where it gets even more intense. Certain highly unusual error examples, especially dramatic misalignments or rare minting anomalies, have been discussed in collector communities at values approaching $5,000 to $7,500. Verified numismatic record. Top-grade examples depending on condition and authentication. Now imagine that sitting in a random coin jar in your kitchen. No alarm, no warning, no label saying, "I'm valuable," just a regular-looking quarter. But here's the question that should hit you right now. How would you even know if yours is different? That's where the real hunt begins. Collectors look for things like a strike that looks slightly off-center, letters that look doubled or shadowed, edges that look unusual or uneven, or a coin that just feels different under light, and most people never check any of this. They spend it, forget it, lose it. But a small group of collectors, they inspect every single coin like it's a lottery ticket. And sometimes, they win big. There was even a reported case scenario in collector circles where a rare, high-grade mint error Connecticut Quarter was discussed around the $10,000 plus range. Verified numismatic record top-grade examples depending on condition and authentication. Not common, not guaranteed, but possible enough that people actively search rolls of coins from banks just hoping to find one. And that's where this gets addictive, because once you learn what to look for, every coin starts looking suspicious. Every quarter becomes a question mark. Now let's bring this back to reality for a second. Most 1999 Connecticut quarters are still only worth face value, 25 cents. That's the truth. But the small percentage that carry minting errors or exceptional preservation quality, those are the ones that turn ordinary people into accidental collectors. And the crazy part? Many of those high-value examples were found in everyday circulation. Vending machines, coffee shops, parking lots, gas station change. No special vault, no museum, just normal life. That's what makes this coin so dangerous, in the best way possible. Because you don't have to be an expert to find one. You just have to pay attention. Now let's talk mindset for a moment. Most people look at coins like background noise. Collectors look at them like hidden codes. And somewhere between those two perspectives is where the opportunity lives. If you ever decide to check your change, here's the simple approach. Don't rush. Don't assume all coins are the same, and always inspect anything that looks slightly unusual under light, because the difference between 25 cents and a few $1,000s can literally be one tiny minting mistake you almost missed. And that's the part that keeps collectors searching every single day. Not because it's easy, but because it's real. Now, before we end this, here's the final truth you need to hear. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter isn't valuable because it's rare by default. It becomes valuable when something goes wrong during production, or when it survives in near-perfect condition while most others get damaged, scratched, or worn down. That's it. Mistakes and preservation. Two simple factors that can turn everyday change into a surprise payday. So next time you get a quarter back in change, don't just toss it in your pocket without thinking. Take a second look. Because the next shocking discovery, the next $1,000, $5,000, or even higher surprise in collector markets, could literally be sitting in your hand right now without you realizing it. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden coin value stories, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because the next coin we break down might be the one sitting in your home collection, waiting to be discovered. Can you guess why one 1999 Georgia quarter shocked collectors at over $10,000, verified numismatic record only? It sounds impossible, because to most people, this is just a quarter with a peach design and a state outline. But in one extraordinary authenticated case, a 1999 Georgia State Quarter struck on a rare experimental golden planchet crossed the $10,000 mark, verified numismatic record only, instantly turning what looked like ordinary pocket change into one of the most dramatic state quarter discoveries ever seen. Applies only to authenticated rare dates, mint errors, and certified high-grade specimens. That's what makes this coin so dangerous to ignore. Millions of people have handled this exact quarter. Almost nobody checks it carefully. And yet, hidden among normal circulation pieces are rare survivors with golden experimental planchets, off-center strikes, proof mirrors, double details, and elite mint state preservation. This is the exact reason the 1999 Georgia State Quarter keeps creating shocking moments in the collector world. At first glance, nothing feels unusual. A peach, oak branches, the Georgia outline. The famous words wisdom, justice, moderation. Everything about it feels normal. Until the color feels wrong. That's the moment everything changes. Imagine reaching into an old kitchen coin jar late at night. You pull out a Georgia quarter. Under the light, it doesn't shine silver. It glows gold. At first, you assume it's plated. Most people would spend it. But then your instincts tell you to stop. The copper edge stripe is missing. The surface tone looks naturally brass-like. The weight feels heavier than a normal quarter. That single second is where ordinary change begins its transformation into a possible 5-figure mint error discovery. Applies only to authenticated rare dates, mint errors, and certified high-grade specimens. And once authentication confirms an experimental Sacagawea test planchet strike, values can jump from face value to $3,000, $5,000, and in elite cases over $10,000, verified numismatic record only, depending on grade and strike sharpness. That emotional shift is what makes coin collecting unforgettable. First confusion, then curiosity, then comparison, then the scale comes out. And the moment the coin lands in the 5.9 to 6.3 gram range, collectors know they may be staring at something extraordinary. But the story gets even deeper. Even regular silver-colored 1999 Georgia quarters with dramatic off-center strikes have crossed $175 plus, verified numismatic record only, when the visible date remains intact and the blank crescent looks visually attractive. Then comes the next shock layer. A regular 1999 P Georgia quarter in flawless elite mint state once reached around $4,200, verified numismatic record only, because first-year state quarter coins in pristine preservation are exceptionally hard to find. That means one Georgia quarter may stay 25 cents forever. Another becomes a 4-figure collector trophy. That's the power of top-grade rarity, first-year nostalgia, and error coin demand. This is why serious collectors always inspect. Peach surface texture, oak leaf lines. Lettering, sharpness, rim, width, edge, reeds. Gold, tone color. Shifts, strike alignment. Proof, mirror. Surfaces, doubled, details. Broad strike shape. Because tiny details create massive differences. A normal eye sees change. A trained collector sees mint state quality, strike perfection, and historical significance. And the 1999 Georgia State Quarter has something special many later coins don't. The emotional power of being part of the very first launch year of the 50 State Quarters program. That alone keeps demand alive. Now imagine the cinematic discovery moment. A family jar sits untouched for years. Someone searching for laundry money notices one quarter glowing slightly gold. They almost spend it. But something feels strange. The edge stripe is gone. The weight feels wrong. The tone looks naturally experimental. The moment it's placed beside a regular quarter, the truth begins to emerge. That simple comparison transforms an ignored coin into a possible museum-worthy mint-era treasure. And that's why this story connects so deeply with viewers. Because it feels real, it feels possible. It feels like the next discovery might already be hiding in their own house. The proof versions add even more suspense. The 1999 silver-proof Georgia Quarter with lower collector mintage can reach $48 plus, verified numismatic record only, in certified deep cameo condition, and elite perfect examples can push even higher. Again, the magic is in the details. Deep mirror fields, frosted peach design, flawless rims, untouched surfaces, perfect proof strike. This is the transformation every collector dreams about. Ordinary pocket coin to rare collector treasure applies only to authenticated rare dates, mint errors, and certified high-grade specimens. The most shocking part? These coins are still hiding in old rolls, inherited boxes, forgotten albums, parking meter returns, gas station, change estate collections, kitchen jars, dresser drawers, and many people spend them every day without ever realizing some authenticated versions can command $175, $500, $4,200, or over $10,000. Verified numismatic record only, depending on the exact error or grade. Applies only to authenticated rare dates, mint errors, and certified high-grade specimens. So before you spend your next 1999 Georgia State Quarter, stop for one moment and inspect it. Check the color, check the edge, check the weight, check the strike. Because the next peach quarter you almost ignore could become the most shocking discovery in your collection. And that's what makes this coin unforgettable. One ordinary quarter, one unusual golden glow, one overlooked mint error. And suddenly, a 25-cent coin transforms into a legendary collector discovery with real authenticated 4-figure to 5-figure auction history. Applies only to authenticated rare dates, mint errors, and certified high-grade specimens. Now tell me in the comments, would you start checking every Georgia quarter after hearing this? Stay tuned, because the next rare US pocket coin story may be even more unbelievable.